I'm going to read you a story. I've always wanted to work comedy. I love making people happy, making people laugh. But it seems that most of the time in my life, some of the situations are tragic. And then I laugh. So I'm going to pull up a little story I want to share, and I'm going to read it to you. I'd like to tell you a story about a burrito. This is no ordinary burrito, as it has had the power to kill. No, this is not a joke, but there is comedic irony to the story. It was all a folly, you see. The burrito, the spices, and the eventual death that would occur. It all started when I received a bucket of hot sauces that were on the extreme side from my brother at Christmas. Those hot sauces stayed in my cabinet until that fateful day when the burrito was born. My little brother had been visiting and thought it would be nice to make a Mexican dinner. Even better, it was a burrito night. We're Texans, so it's kind of the thing that we do. I concurred, and I told him that burritos sounded excellent, and he proceeded to retrieve the hamburger meat from the freezer. Upon browning the meat, he began to look for the taco seasoning. You know, that prepackaged mixed stuff. He found nothing. My cabinet was absent of taco seasoning because I love to eat tacos. So that is my part in the blame for the death. This is where things get a little heated, literally. My naive little brother saw the tiger sauce, the red hot chili sauce, the jalapeno shaker, and the ghost pepper sauce. You could hear the demons laughing when he poured all the hot sauce onto the hamburger meat. When he was cooking the ground cow, you could hear the heat emanating from the sizzling flesh. But it wasn't the heat from the oven, man. Oh no, it was all the hot sauce that he had put in that now radioactive hamburger. This was over a pound of hamburger, so he decided to make it humongous. A gigantic burrito that could possibly end hunger in parts of Africa. I mean, it was fucking huge. When I walked into the kitchen, my eyes began to water, and I asked him, "What the fuck did you put in the hamburger?" He glanced over at the bottles of hot sauces directly to the right of the oven. I knew now that he was making the hottest burrito ever made. He attempted to eat the burrito but began to cry. His mouth was on fire and he feared for his colon's safety if swallowed. Dejected and filled with sadness, he took the remainder of the burrito and put it into the garbage. This is where the story takes a tragic turn, as the death may be associated with the remaining spirit of the burrito. The next morning I noticed that the trash had been taken out but put into the garbage can. Man, to my dismay, one of the dogs that resided in my grandmother's house, which was only 300 feet away, had gotten into the trash. Wish it was a possum or a raccoon, but it wasn't. This was very unfortunate, and I began to worry. If my grandmother's dog, Sadie, had died, she would have been crushed. It was my grandfather's dog. He had passed on, so it was kind of very, very important pup. I followed the trash trail to a spot underneath my grandmother's truck. It was nice and cool in the afternoons, you know, it's shaded, Texas heat. There lay Lulu, a very annoying stray dog that had lived on our farm for a few months. I hated that dog. I was driving the tractor, and it would literally chew the tires when they were rolling. Rolling. Chew, 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 chew. Sometimes I'd take a quick left just to see if I could end it, but it never worked out. She had good luck in that sense. I know this sounds awful, but I signed a breath of relief when I realized that the dog, who may or not be involved with the burrito, was not my grandmother's favorite. Thank God. Her body was motionless, and I was already suspicious to her physical condition as I approached the truck. I called her out. She didn't move. I called a second time and whistled. Nothing happened. I looked under the truck and found the poor dog dead with part of a burrito still intact next to her corpse. I went back to the house, woke my brother, and told him of the murder that he had committed that night in his sleep. I cleaned the trash up and used gloves to pick up the remainder of the magically enhanced burrito and put it inside the trash receptacle. My brother took the body and gave her a chunk. And when you live on a farm, only close animals get a hole dug with a dirt cover. Most get the toss to the buzzards. So goes the tale of the hot burrito and the dog that loved it. Poor dog. Probably hurt like hell.